Hello, my friends. My name is Ryan Freeman. Welcome to the life of an English teacher in Taiwan. There are many things that you have to deal with. One of the things you do have to deal with is the people in your office. I have made good friends in my office. I have made enemies in my office. I have had just friendly people that I greet on my way to the urinal. It's always a pleasant experience. And then I have had beef in the office, you know. Well, I had a little something happen to me today that I thought I would share just as an anecdote to what could happen to you, okay? You don't know which office you're going to be put at. So, for example, there are other foreign English teachers at my school that are in the homeroom's teacher office. So they have a different experience than what I do. They are, the office layout is different, and the main attraction that happens in their office is that the homeroom teachers will often deal with disciplinary things that they need to deal with their students in that office. So they'll sometimes hear a Taiwanese teacher yelling at a student, like just crushing them down. And you know, you normally as a foreign English teacher, most foreign English teachers probably don't speak Chinese fluent enough to really understand the language. But one of the foreign English teachers at our school is a Chinese American and speaks almost fluent Chinese. And when she translates some of the things they say, I don't remember exactly what the words are, but they're pretty harsh. All right. So that's what's going on at their office. I don't know how often, but it happens regularly. Whereas in my office, I'm in the academic affairs, which is sort of like the most important office in a school in Taiwan, at a public school. And so I have a lot of administrators, like people who have very important positions within the school, but that aren't teaching many classes. Some of them are teaching classes. And for any sort of important thing, and for any important things that sort of need to happen at our school, such as like planning for like government visits, like what happened today. A lot of the teachers were tense because the government was visiting, and so they were rehearsing some sort of presentation. A lot of these people in my office, the academic affairs, they're pretty important people at your school, and they're usually under a lot of stress. Not to say that the homeroom teachers aren't. They're pretty stressed too. There's a lot of stress. There's a lot of people with a lot of workload that you'll be working with, and you'll probably have a lot of free time to observe all of this. But if you don't speak Chinese, it's really hard to understand. In any case, my office has a lot of people coming in and out. Has a lot of stuff going on. Not so much berating students, but it does occasionally happen. In any way, I have been very happy there. I have been very happy there. I have felt that I'm doing better with coworker harmony at this school than I have at my previous two schools, which I saw some very sharp ups and sharp downs because I made some huge fans and some enemies, you know, at both schools. Huge fans and huge enemies out of the staff. At this school, I've been pretty good, not getting too close, as my girlfriend recommended, because it got me into trouble at both schools. But I do have friends there, and I like the people there. But I'm trying to be cool, is what I'm trying to say. In any case, one of the guys in my office, he's the guy I least talk to. He's kind of the quietest guy. I have a feeling he does something important with payroll. I've always been polite to him. He's been polite to me, but we just haven't really developed any sort of relationship, you you know? I don't even know his name, okay? That's something that you'll sometimes have to deal with. At my last school, I was so insistent on learning everyone's names that one of the people in the office actually put together a seating chart of them. I never got that done at the school. I just kept trying to learn their names. I didn't want to push. But I never got this guy's name. I've got everyone else in the office except him. So that just lets you know. He's a very quiet guy. And you rarely notice him. But I started to notice him belching a lot. From across the office, I just started noticing him belching. And then today, he moved right next to me. I had a vacant desk, and I quite enjoyed the vacancy of that desk because I had a lot more space. I have the smallest desk out of these 3 desks next to each other. And I liked a little vacant space because I'm crammed in. I can't even scoot in to use the keyboard or mouse, and I'm leaning in, which apparently is not good for your shoulders, I recently learned. People can fuck up their posture and their tendons can get pinched. And anyways, I'm dealing with shoulder injuries, which is why I'm researching, trying to understand what I could do to better my shoulder health. And one thing was not reaching in with a mouse. Anyways, I'm going to get sidetracked. What I'm trying to say is I enjoyed the vacancy of that desk, and now suddenly he moved in and he started pushing all of my stuff back onto my desk. I had overtaken about 10% of the territory. And he wanted my stuff back on, and I conceded. I said, okay, all right, this is going. But where do you expect me to put that? You know, look at my desk. I had a little bit of an outburst. The first outburst that I remember having at this school. I had many outbursts at my previous schools, but that's another subject, okay? Outbursts can be a blessing and a curse, you know? You don't want to be known as the guy with the outburst, but outbursts can sometimes solve problems. And so, for example, I didn't have much of an outburst, but I just kind of raised my voice a little bit because the way he came to me was like, Ryan, what about these books? And I didn't have much sleep last night. Not an excuse, but I just sort of said, well, where do you want me to put them, man? Look at my desk. It's the smallest one in the office, man. Where do you want me to put it? There's nowhere to put it. You know, I can't even scoot in. I've got probably broken shoulders because of this freaking setup, right? So I make this outburst. Well, lo and behold, and then I started thinking, well, I want a bigger desk. And I'm, don't push it, right? Well, lo and behold, my school coordinator comes up. I end up with a conversation with her. She was complimenting me on some audio recordings I did for Reader's Theater. And she says, and Ryan, I know you have a small desk. How about this desk? And she shows me a very large desk. The problem is it's in the middle of the office, and I'm sort of in the corner right by the door. So I don't know if it's worth it. Would you take so let me ask you, put it down in the comments. Would you take a larger desk? Like tons of space, I can scoot in, save my shoulders. But you're right in the middle of the office. So there's going to be activity all around me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm worried I might start getting annoyed at these other nice ladies, you know, because close proximity can lead to annoyance. Or do I stay in my very tiny desk, possibly harming my body through bad posture, and deal with a belcher? He's belching all day today. Or not, you know, which is the better option? And I want us to leave with a positive note. I felt really bad that I had this outburst on this guy, and you know, it's just personalities in a confined space for hours at a time. It's not always easy to coexist in perfect harmony. And what I was gonna say was, we had a beautiful moment, me and this guy at the end, because as fate would have it, a stray bird flew into our office at the end of the day, around 3:30, and he was trying to get it out. He couldn't get it out. He was getting it deeper into the office. And then I ended up figuring out a way to get that bird out. I just got this like long piece of super long roll of cardboard, and used it on the opposite side of the window where the bird was perched to get him to like fly away. I gave him a breather first. I gave him a 15-minute breather because he was like, he didn't look in good shape. I wasn't sure this was going to work, but I needed to get this bird out, and this guy was trying to do it, and so I worked with him. He opened up the windows and then slammed the door when it got out, because I scared it out, and it was a nice thing that we had done together. And so I don't know, man. Maybe it's my karma to work with this guy. I don't know. Or maybe I should just take that big desk and just take my chances. Put it down in the comments, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Ryan. Goodbye.